To watch this video by JTK. Actually, it was here the other day. So the video is, did ZOS turn off their anti-cheat? This isn't good. This is pretty serious if it's true.
We're going to be discussing cheating in ESO again, and I want to... Whenever I bring this up, it kind of divides the community in two parts. One that think cheating is real, and the other side that thinks cheating in ESO isn't real. And unfortunately...
It's real. I mean, people tried to cheat in Tales of Tribute when it came out. I remember that. I was like, that's wild. You cheat at a card game? You know what I mean?
The truth is neither of those things. It's somewhere in the middle, and I really want people to just be aware that cheating is a thing that does happen in ESO, but isn't common, okay? It's not like the good PvP player that just killed you in Zerodead is probably cheating. No, he's more than likely not cheating, and is just a better player than you, okay?
I think what's also important to note is, I think when people think of cheating, people only think of like one form of cheating, and there's multiple methods and forms of cheating. So I feel like that's also where the disconnect is. Like when I'm talking about that guy who cheated at Tales of Tribute and got on the like #1 leaderboards and catapulted way ahead of everybody else on PC Europe, I'm talking about like they didn't do it with a third-party software. They did it by exploiting a bug in the game. I don't know why it is that people don't think exploiting bugs isn't cheating, but there you go.
So just, I think it's healthy to be aware of these things, but we shouldn't be going out calling individual people cheaters.
Agreed.
Unless we have really hard facts.
I also don't understand why people, when they die to obviously more experienced and better players, or they see people doing things that they've been doing for years and years, think they're cheating. That's really weird to me too. Like, it's like just because you can't do it yet, and the key word is yet. Just because you can't do it yet doesn't mean they're cheating. So I've never really understood that with ESO players in particular.
Information and proof that that person is cheating, and generally those things don't exist when people do.
God, why? I feel like that's like the limit. This is like the limited scope of an ESO brain. Like, oh, you must be running macros. Do people even know what macros are? Do people even know what scripts are? Like, what? It's like, okay, I don't know, man. This is so common. Like, oh my god, you're lie attacking almost perfectly. You must be running a macro. It's like that other Horcrux video we watched, right? He said 60 to 70% of PvE, endgame PvE players use macros. And I'm like, just because they've practiced lie attack weaving and stuff like that, and being on point with their class rotation doesn't mean they're running macros or scripts. I don't know. If you ask the console community, using add-ons is cheating, okay, yeah, sure. But that's a very skewed perception of what add-ons do or serve as. A lot of people come from console to PC, eventually find that out for themselves, that add-ons aren't as hugely impactful on combat compared to what they think they do. People don't even know what API is, right? People don't even know that most of the add-ons, they serve a greater quality of life purpose than they do for competitive things.
Things don't exist.
And I'm sure there's going to be a console player who's going to be like, no, it's cheating, or it's unfair, or oh, try playing without add-ons. Maybe I'll respect you then. Common incoming.
People do, because I always ask them. If I see someone call someone a cheater, the first thing I do is ask them why they think that. And
there was a great story, actually. He just mentioned it. That Annie told me. Annie's a PvPer. And he got called a cheater by a player, and he engaged in conversation with that dialogue with that player and said, "Why do you think I'm cheating?" And they hit it off, and he taught that player that it's not cheating. I wish interactions were more like that instead of like people immediately shutting down and being like, "No, I must be right."
90% of the time, I don't get an answer, or it's macros.
Wait a minute. Okay. Does this guy say, why do you think that person was cheating? Because frankly, I am a damn good player and no one is able to kill me, and they did. Delusional. Absolutely delusional.
Ask them why they think that. And 90% of the time, I don't get an answer, or it's macros.
It's crazy.
Okay, so anyway. Yeah. Now, I think it's very important for us to just have a quick look at the history of cheating and anti-cheat.
Oh, I'm very familiar with that.
We are going to basically discuss the possibility of
Wait,
ZOS
this is
turning
Azir.
their anti-cheat off.
This
but
is
we'll get
Azir.
to
This
that
is,
later in the video. So first off,
this Fang?
for those who
No,
don't
this
know,
isn't
there
Fang
was
Rush.
no anti-cheat in ESO.
It's somebody
When it
else's
first
POV.
released, they didn't have any anti-cheat. A lot of things were run on client side, so cheat
is
engine
true.
was very strong. You could have unlimited resources. You could set your health to never hit 0, so you never died. Flying hacks, unlimited ultimates. Like what cheat engine could do back in the day was pretty much
it was
anything
insane.
you wanted it to do.
Or-
And this all come to a head one day when a group of those people just had enough, and they went out in Zerodead, flying around in the
Yeah.
sky, shooting meteor after meteor after meteor on people's heads. Anyone that was PvPing on that day will never forget it.
Azir.
It was probably one of the
Very
most
much was
exciting
there
things
too.
that ever happened, but also showed how bad cheating in ESO was.
Yeah, and there were actually a fair amount of players and scumbag players, like turns out, that use cheat engine in a much less obvious manner. Like we're talking about clipping through the map, like traveling really fast under the map, under the ground. There are people stream sniping, streamers with cheat engine, like basically going out of their way and using cheat engine to boost their stats or travel really fast to stream snipe people. There were people who like there was like one guy in Loraden. I don't know if people remember that Loraden Way Shrine, where this guy like let off the VHOF last boss missiles, just kill people around the Way Shrine. There's a lot of things you could do with cheat engine back in the day. It was kind of, I wouldn't say it was an open secret. I feel like a majority of players didn't know about it until Zazir, a couple other players like showed it off, very flamboyantly, might I add. It was quite wild to see. Like you're also talking about like flying through the air, so that's the closest thing you could like come to a flying mount.
Because up to that point, it was kind of something that was just kept under the radar a little bit. Like, people knew it happened, and most people had an encounter with a cheater at some point, but it still wasn't kind of on
Yeah, I
the
remember
main,
this video too.
Yeah,
The
anyway.
infinite standards.
But obviously, this brought it out into the public, and it was very hard to look the other way and try to deny that cheating in ESO was a massive issue. Now, this did end in a anti-cheat system,
Yes.
but ZOS being ZOS, when they implemented, there was a lot of false positives.
Yes,
Now,
yes, actually. I remember AnonNex. I don't know if you guys still remember AnonNex, the maker of Holder Reflexes, and of course, former solo and sword pusher raider. He got flagged for cheating after they implemented the anti-cheating software, or not software, system in the game, for doing VMA too fast. The game thought he was going too fast, despite the fact that he was streaming it, I believe, or at least recording the video and showing what he was doing to go that fast when, you know, when the 600k or 590k VMA score was considered fast back in the day. So there were a lot of mishaps with the anti-cheating system that they
I
put in the
think
game.
it's important to just take
Oh,
note
this is the
of
Loraden
this.
footage.
False positives is going to come into this later on in the video. But they also
Look at
moved
that.
quite a few things to the server side, so Cheat Engine
Yeah.
couldn't have access to as much stuff
Yeah.
as they used to. Now, I'll show you quick footage in the background of all of this that we've been talking about. The meteor shooting. This is all old footage.
Yes.
We will get to brand new footage. I do
Oh,
have some
shit.
brand new footage. But that's what happened. ZOS brought in an anti-cheat. It seemed to do the job. It had a lot of false positives. Things like, from memory, Sork's overload was returning too much resources. So people were
Yeah.
getting banned for that. But overall, cheating in ESO wasn't a thing anymore. Now, over the years, I've known people to
most part,
boot
yeah.
up Cheat Engine and just get in game and see what it does. Because Cheat Engine never went away. It
Yes.
never stopped working in ESO to some degree, but the anti-cheat would pick it up and people were banned. And over the years, this is what's happened. People have gone in game, done stupid things with Cheat Engine, and then been banned within hours. I know of 3 accounts of this happening, and they were all banned pretty damn quickly.
Yeah.
And this will be important too later on. But that's kind of the history of cheating in ESO, a brief overlook of cheating in ESO. Here we are in...
While we're on this topic of cheating, I'm pretty sure that while they did focus a lot on cheat engine and stuff, they also did focus on botting, at least on PC. I'm not sure what's going on console. Every time like cheating or botting is brought up, console players like flood the comment section. They're like, "Oh my god, there's so many bots on console," which is like crazy to me. But they also cracked down on botting quite a bit, which also did have a impact on the in-game market economy and stuff like that. I think though that's a bit harder to tackle from the dev end than straight up cheat engine software or third-party software, as JTK mentioned.
2023, at the current time and date, what is the state of cheat engine in ESO?
Yeah.
Now, for those that want to deny that it's a thing and it still works, the
it's
footage
absolutely
in the background that was
still
recorded
around
a couple days ago should be enough evidence for you to stop thinking
this is
that. Cheat engine is still working in ESO. This is no surprise. We know that. It's never stopped working in ESO.
That's
Where
not a bug.
This starts to
That's not a bug. That is not a bug.
is
That's
that
not a
the
bug,
person
bro.
hasn't
Yo,
been
that's
banned.
what
Now,
the.
this may change, and I will update
He's
you guys
clipping
if it does
through the
change,
map
but
layers.
at this current time, they have not been banned, which is 3-4 times
That's
longer,
straight
5
up.
times longer than it's taken people in the
That's not a
past
bug.
to get banned.
I've
Now,
never seen
obviously,
this.
We're going into speculation land from here
Except
on,
with
so I want that to be
third-party software.
very clear that this is speculation on my behalf and of a couple other people that are very knowledgeable within this area. They know cheat engine, they know how it works.
Oh,
they
this
know
is
the
definitely
game,
cheating.
But still,
This is
they
not a
are
bug.
only speculating with better information than what I have. Just keep that for what it is. It's our speculation. Okay. Just in case Nefas makes another video, don't you skip this part of the video, okay?
Yo, what the? Whoa, what the? All right. Wait, am I subscribed to him? I gotta subscribe to him for that one. Like, he got me. He got me, bro. He got me. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm thumbs upping for that one. He got me, bro. Okay, I will not skip this. I'll let it go uninterrupted.
Okay, all right.
God.
I made it very clear that this is speculation. So, what we think is going on is ZOS has turned off some or all of their anti-cheat. And the reasoning behind this is false positives. Once again, speculation. But what people think was happening was people were getting banned for doing things that were completely fine, like building slides in houses, doing other things in houses, and the double mouse, if you guys remember that was tripping the anti-cheat. That's why it got held back. And then there's a long track record of false positives in regards to ZOS's anti-cheat. Editing Johnny here, I realized when editing this video that we didn't talk about this. Even if what I've spoke about in this video doesn't turn out to be true and ZOS hasn't turned their anti-cheat off in any way, it's still not acceptable. The fact that a player can get in-game and do these kinds of things and get away with it for days, it's not acceptable. And I know me making a video like this and exposing it is probably going to increase the amount of people cheating, but as we've seen...
I don't know about that. Like, I'm sure, I'm sure some people will try, but I think, like, good on him. Good on JTK, like, for making this video. Like, no matter if it's speculation or not, after seeing this new footage or whatever, no matter what the reasoning may be behind what he's seeing, it's always best to play it safe. And like, you gotta applaud him for it. Like, you gotta straight up go to his channel and be like, yo, this is a great video. Like, yes, I think honestly it's a necessary evil. Yeah, sure, you're bringing more attention to potential holes in the boat or exploits, but absolutely, like, I think the alternative is far worse, especially considering I guess most people won't not remember what it was like with how prevalent cheat engine and certain other software was back in 2014, 15, and up until about mid-2016. So, I mean, dude, JTK, yeah, you got to talk about this. I'm glad he's talking about it.
In the past, this kind of thing only gets taken seriously by ZOS when it starts impacting a large amount of the player base. So sadly, a video like this is a necessary evil, I think. But as I said,
Oh, wow.
it's
Yeah.
just not acceptable.
Literally.
So
Same reason.
either way you look at it, something needs to be done within ESO when it comes to their anti-cheat. Anyway, back to me.
Absolutely.
So maybe there was a point where they've gone, it's just easier to turn it off or turn parts of it off than fix what we have. Once again, speculation.
Okay.
But in my own head, this all makes sense. It doesn't mean it's true, but I could see this happening. It is definitely a logical possibility given ZOS's track record in regards to everything. I think we need a lot more information. We need a lot more evidence, facts, all that.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
will come. Trust me. There's people looking into this. I'm not going to just leave it at this. But I thought that we would start here and I would give you guys a idea of what is happening right now.
No, that's not lag, bro.
and
That's
just know that we are working on this behind. I don't even know if it's worth contacting ZOS just yet because we don't know enough.
I think
all right?
I'm
So
going to
just
pass this
hold-
video on, bro.
hold your horses.
That doesn't
and
look right.
Just give it some time. Maybe sub to the channel so you don't miss the updated video.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might be the best way. I mean, you could just sub to my channel so the number can go up and I can feel better about myself. That's okay too. But I think that's where we're going to leave today's video. I don't want to... I could sit here for another hour and
Yeah.
speculate even further, but
Bro.
I don't think that...
Okay, so to sum it up, he might. I mean, he and the other people he's been talking to, they might be right. Because he did point out the fact that the anti-cheat system does pick up on a lot of false positives, and there have been instances. I mean, I made an entire video on how I got my character locked or banned for sliding down that housing slide someone made because the game detects your movement to be too fast while standing still. And the mount, the 2-person mount thing, I'm not sure. Like, this is at the point where it's like speculation. Obviously, did they turn off parts of it or did they change parts of it? Either way, if they changed parts of it or removed parts of it, the fact that I just saw this, what is this? What is this? This is... I've never seen something like this except back in the old days. That's really sus. What is this? Oh, this isn't lag. There's no way. He just... Okay, right there, he just clipped through the layer of the map. That's how you, like, fast travel... Like, people used to speed up their characters and go under the map and zoom to the destination they wanted to go to. Like, straight up. That's what just, in my eyes, happened right here. Look. He clipped through, under, and then he's going to come back up. Just like that. So, is this like an isolated case of cheating? Is this like new third-party software? I feel like it's probably a mixture of both. If there is new software or an update to cheat engine or some cheat engine like software, it's probably out there. I mean, people are always trying to circumvent the safeguards in a game, no matter how asinine that might be. I mean, the fact that people will cheat at like really stupid things, I have no doubt whatsoever there are probably some cheaters in ESO, and they're using software like that. I don't know, man. This is amazing footage, by the way. Like, he's hit the ceiling. He's hit the ceiling. Look at that little tiny white dot. And he's gonna come back down from here. Yeah. Yeah, no way, bro. That's cheating. But, I think this video should absolutely be forwarded to the devs. And they can look into it, into the logs of the game. Again, it's better safe than sorry. And I don't care if, JTK is doing. Some people be, oh, he shouldn't have done this. He's doing for the views. I don't care. I think absolutely the alternative is worse, considering the history of it. And yeah, that's really it. That's all I can think about right now. pretty interesting video. Thanks for letting me know about this.